This is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com. We're going to take a look at some of the stocks that are in play today. Okay, first up is ESES. Okay, RSI and Fasto are both at overbought levels now. We'll have to see if it can maintain above those levels. What's going on here is there was a nice move on Friday, and then there was a bullish follow through today with the break above the 50-day simple moving average and the 100-day simple moving average. So bulls want to see a close above the 100-day simple moving average today. Notice there's a giant volume spike. The big volume on Friday was followed by a bigger spike today. And if there is a close above the 100-day simple moving average and that level does hold, the 200-day simple moving average at 215 will be the next level to break. If that breaks, it'll be the 300-day simple moving average at 229. Those are lined up with December and November resistance. Okay, really sweet follow through today. Congrats to everybody that caught this on Friday. Okay, let's look at RGSE. Okay, this is a stock that's in play today. Our side just broke 30, the oversold line, and Fasto just broke 20. So both have triggered these buy signals here on our side and Fasto at the crosses above oversold lines. Plus DI's spiking up, signaling that the bulls are taking over, along with plus DI spiking down. What happened today was that there was a bounce. There was a bullish reversal pattern had formed, bullish 3 gaps down. So notice 1, 2, 3. There were 3 gaps down, and then this candle formed on Friday, and that was still this reversal pattern was still in play today. And then the white candle today has confirmed that pattern. So the bullish reversal pattern has been confirmed. What happened was this gap filled. Notice there was a gap between these 2 candles that filled today with this long upper wick. What we're looking for is a close above EMA4 at 475. If there's a close above 475 at EMA4, then RGSE will be in play. If it closes below EMA4 and fails to turn that level into support, it will signal downside risk, and you do not want to be holding. Notice as this has been dropping, the candles are riding EMA's 4 resistance lower. So it needs to, in order to stay in play, it needs to stay above that level. And then the level to break tomorrow is going to be EMA 8 at 537. If it can get above that, then you'll be talking about EMA 13 in the middle Bollinger Band. Many times when there's a gap fill, it signals the climax. So we really want to see follow through here for this to remain in play. Okay, notice the MACD is pinched. So you don't want it. Bulls don't want to see a bearish crossover. This is a bounce play. What we're doing here is we're following this 15-minute chart. This is an RGSE 15-minute chart. And it started off the day with the or on Friday it was heating up with the move above the middle Bollinger Band and the close above the 50-day moving average, and so the 50 moving average, the close above, was signaling more upside potential today, and it followed through with the move above the 100 moving average. Now that level has been turning into support, and what bulls want to see is they want to see a break above the 200, and then once if it can break above the 300, that's when it could really get going. So there's a couple of big resistance levels to break above. It needs to hold this middle Bollinger Band to remain bullish and in play. If this middle Bollinger Band breaks, it could drop down to the 100. Notice the 50 is cruising, has hooked up and is heading up. So this is showing that this chart is building strength, but it just needs to hold support to continue pushing higher. Notice there was the big volume spike at the open. That volume spike did fill the gap. The gap was back here. So so we're going to be looking for potential to follow through tomorrow for RGSE. Another stock to look at is ENRJ. This is a stock that was in play for us several days ago, and continued. It just keeps pushing higher, up another 15% today. Now RSI and Fasto are at overbought levels. So they have been, and so we want to see if it can keep pushing higher at above these levels, which it did today, which is impressive. Notice plus DI keeps spiking higher, so that's very bullish as well. And then what we want to see here is a close above resistance. Yeah, I just lost the resistance lines. Just give me 1 second. I apologize for that. What we want to see here is a break above the high closes here. So there's these two recent high closes back here in August, and so those are the next key levels to break. Like I said in the previous video, that 82.5 is going to be the big level. Currently, if you notice here, we had just talked about the bullish three gap downs that had formed for RGSE. Well, there's an inverse of that pattern is bearish three gap ups, and that is what formed today, it looks like, for ENRJ. If you notice here, there's 1, 2, 3 gaps. This is signaling that it's starting to get frothy. Notice today's candle is forming above the upper Bollinger Band, so this is really pushing hard. If the candles do pull back and it fails to break this 82 resistance, look for EMA4 as the first support level to hold. Notice how the candles have been riding EMA4 during this entire run. I mean, this is so vertical right now. It'd be insane if it keeps pushing, but you never know how high these things will go. If it breaks below EMA4, there could be a big drop down to EMA8. So yeah, this is pushing really hard. Congrats to everyone that's been catching these videos. This is, today it was a bloodbath, so it's nice to have some of these plays follow through and see some green on the screen. Notice MACD is super steep, so this is a very steep trajectory that is unsustainable for an extended period of time. This is the bearish three gap up patterns that I was talking about. It's a 4-day bearish reversal pattern, so it looks like that did form. You can check that out more. And then another stock to look at is DGLY. This is another stock of ours that we have had in play from last week that's followed through. Now we have Fasto at 94 and RSI is hitting 70, so they're now at overbought levels. So it remains to be seen if it can keep pushing higher above these levels. The news is good on this one right now. There is a bullish crossover on plus DI there, so that is bullish. What's going on here is there's this break today above our key level. Okay, what happened was last week we were on this play on Friday after the pullback. We were on this originally on this day here when it was running up to the 50, and then we were waiting after it broke, failed to break the 100 and pulled back. We were waiting for a bounce off the middle Bollinger Band or off the 50-day simple moving average, and that's what happened here. When we saw this candle hit on Thursday, we were like, okay, this looks like it's going to bounce off the 50, and then we had a nice white candle form on Friday, and that was the setup candle that formed a bullish Harami reversal pattern. And so we alerted our people on our website, and I posted technical analysis over the weekend, and we thought this was set up for a bounce. Today it did on news. It got this big bounce, so it's confirming, so it's basically pushing higher here. And what we want to see now, because if you notice here, there's this big break above the upper Bollinger Band, so it's gonna, can it keep pushing well above the upper Bollinger Band? Well, the next target's going to be 640. If it can break 640, it could head higher. That might signal a top on this one, a temporary top. This resistance level back here in November at 560 is the key level to hold and turn into support if it does pull back. You want to see EMA4 hold and the 100-day simple moving average. They're just below. So on any kind of pullback, you want to see it similar to this with the 50-day simple moving average. If it backfills, you want to see the 100 hold so it can launch off of that level. So this is really a nice volume today. So on a push forward, we're looking for a test at 640, and if it can break above that level, then it could head higher. If it fails to, then the candles will likely work back into the bands. As long as this middle Bollinger Band is holding, the uptrend is strong and it should continue. Okay, the CALA, CALA is another stock that's in play today. It's overbought on Fasto and RSI. It had this really big move today above the upper Bollinger Band. As you can see, there's this giant gap up open, and it's hitting back here on these this March resistance levels it's trying to break, and then that's going to put this what is this, December 2015 is the next level, right about the 850 mark. So if it can break above the 650 and turn this into support, and 70 with these long wicks, $7 on these long wicks. If you can do the $6.50 to $7 level, if it can hold on to that, then maybe it could push back up to this $8.50. There is really big volume behind the move today. Many times when a candle is formed well above the upper Bollinger Band, the candles have to work back into the band, so we'll have to see if that happens, similar to this candle here. But with this strong push on big volume and it looking like it's closing strong today, it could continue higher. There is not a lot of juice on RSI and Fasto, so we'll have to see if it can head higher in the overbought power zone. Okay, and then one more just to take a look at is INVT. This is a stock that we've been following as well. You know, we want to see RSI and FASTO get above 50. What we're looking for here is for a break above the 50-day simple moving average in the middle Bollinger Band. Notice how it had this nice bounce last week, and then it hit the 50 and it pulled back, and it's holding the EMAs. And then if you check out right here, there's a bullish crossover. Notice EMA 4 bullish crossed EMA 8, and now it's trying to cross EMA 13. Those are early reversal signals, and so what we want to see is we want to see a close above the 50-day simple moving average, the green line, and above the middle Bollinger Band at 60. If it can get above 60 and turn the level into support, we think it could run up here to the 100 and the upper Bollinger Band. If you look at MACD, it's pinched, and it's set up for a bullish crossover. A bullish crossover would signal a potential start of a new run, and it's already crossed over in 8, 13, and 5. Okay, thanks for viewing these charts. If you want to learn more about charts and technical analysis, please check us out at mychartcoach.com. And in our chat, we teach live during the trading day and throughout the day. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask us, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.